Hey guys, it's Lash again, here with my fourth video. Today's battle, I battled Riolufan, and it was fun. First battle we had, I think I would have had it, but he kind of quit, so we had another one. And then he beat me, and then we had a third one, and I switched up my team. And this is that battle, and this was extremely fun. Um, and yeah, go to Shadow... Oh, never mind. I don't edit. Alright. So he goes ahead and sends out his Star Raptor, and I send out Drifblim. And I was hoping Drifblim would be faster, but it wasn't, and so he got me with Brave Bird. God, I'm totally out of it. Thank God it's 420. I held on with Focus Sash, and he was hit with Recoil, and I meant to do Hypnosis, not Substitute. And so he goes for an Aerial Ace, finishing off Drifblim. I switch out to Frostlass because it knows Thunderbolt, and so I go for that. And I kill his Star Raptor. And he goes ahead and sends out his Blastoise, aka Charizard. And, yeah, thankfully it was still super effective because he was flying. And he got paralyzed, which was awesome. So it goes for a Flamethrower. Thankfully I have the berry that weakens fire attacks, and if I wouldn't have had that, I think I would have gotten killed. But I didn't, and so I Thunderbolted again, and I killed his Charizard. Then he goes out and sends Lucario, and I switch out to Dragonite, because I didn't want Frostlass to die just yet. And so he goes for an Iron Tail, and he takes half of my life. And so I go for an Earthquake, and that's super effective, and it does some serious damage. It KOs him. All I know is my Dragonite needs to work on defense. And so he goes ahead and sends out Red Gyarados, something so common. And I figured my Dragonite would get killed, so I was like, whatever. Ice Fang, kills me. So I go for Frostlass, and I use Thunderbolt, because my Frostlass is one speedy biatch. And yeah, I almost KO him, but thankfully I paralyzed him, and he couldn't move, and so Frostlass was good to go. So I Shadow Balled it to finish it off, and then he goes ahead and sends out Snorlax, and I was like, crap. And I go for a Blizzard, just do some damage. I wasn't expecting Frostlass to do anything. It was frozen solid. But no, he freaking thawed out, like, right away. And I was like, oh, are you serious? And so he killed Frostlass. And so I sent a Wailord, and, just because my Wailord's basically like the new Snorlax. I mean, look at that, 501 HP. And I did Waterfall, it flinched, and then Surf. And he goes for Giga Impact, and does a lot of damage, but, like, thankfully I have Citrus Berry, and so I go for an Ice Beam, and I almost kill it, but thankfully I had to recharge, so I go for another Ice Beam, and I kill his Snorlax off. So he goes out to his last Pokemon, which is Kyogre, and I knew his Kyogre had Sheer Cold, and so the reason I stayed in with Wailord is because I figured, might as well let Wailord take the Sheer Cold, and, I sat here forever just waiting for him to finally hit. And yeah, just Ice Beam after Ice Beam, Surf, I just sat there, did as much damage as possible. And, when it finally hit, I was thankfully, because, I didn't want to switch out and then his Sheer Cold actually hit and KO a Pokemon I wanted. Wailord, I love him, but I forgot that I deleted all of his moves, and so he's an HM Pokemon for Heart Gold. And so he finally hits with a Sheer Cold, and I switch out to my shiny Darkrai, and he called me a hacker for having it, and I told him no, it took me forever to get that, and it is my baby. And so I go for Hypnosis, and put him to sleep. And then I do, I guess he gets hurt by, Bad Dreams. But then I do Nightmare, and thankfully, he didn't wake up, because if he would have woken up, that match would have been his. And thank God for that. Yeah.